Wake up, sleepyhead.
It's party time!
Hello, boys and ghouls, and welcome to Talkin Tapes. Thank you for joining us for our first annual Halloween special. We have a colorful cast of spooky characters joining us, all contributing their parts and their pieces to build you the best Halloween special on YouTube. On top of all of those wonderful people, we have a full-length cartoon feature playing for you tonight. And at the very end, after you watch all these awesome content creators, stick around, make some popcorn, we're watching Bucket of Blood. Now, as we go on with the video, and we start getting into everything, there's one thing I want to put out there. We are getting rid of our old logo, so I'm gonna snap and we're gonna get rid of that. Awesome. I hope that looked cool for you guys. Right here, we are putting our new logo. Thing's fucking cool. It's awesome. And we're gonna drop a little information about our friend who made our logo for us. This is Pleatherface. He has a bunch of sales, a bunch of cool stuff. Check out his website. He has pre-made designs and everything, so make sure you check out Pleatherface Lives. And let's get to the show. Here's your first cartoon.
You know, the weirdest things happen to me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I mean, here I am stocking up for Halloween. I got my steaks, got my ribs. Then when I ask the stock boy where the Coors Light is stacked, he points me to the Coors and Coors Light Halloween display, and I'm on it. Whoa, it's like deja vu. Whoa, it's like deja vu. Look for it where you buy beer. I shop here because they slash prices. There goes another one. Happy Halloween, darling.
Hey, what's up, me ghouls? It's me again. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give a shout out to Talkin Tapes, the Cleveland Horror Club, and Brewster, He's So Cool, for putting together this creeptastic crossover for the 1986 movie Trick or Treat. I also wanted to thank them for inviting me to contribute. It's been an absolute blast, so thanks for having me. I think that's about it, but before I go, I want to leave you with this. While you're out and about, be sure and follow the rules of Halloween tonight. Your life could depend on it. Never blow a jack-o'-lantern out before midnight. Always hand out candy. Trick or treat. Always respect the dead. Always check your candy. Dude, sir, don't do what he did, and you may just survive the night.
And you
You needed it.
Chickens you used to steal, I don't steal no more. Rabbits you used to shoot, I don't shoot no more. Dogs you used to chase, I don't chase no more. Get ready, brother. Your time has come. Stand up, you sinner, we got you at last. You can't get away, there's no time for your finish is going to be fast. Brothers and sisters, come on, get hot. We'll amputate your bodilio and tie your bones in a knot. Did it down, did it down. Did it down. Bip it up, down, down. You can't make any excuse. Go loom, till we pick up you. Swing your sinner for making chicken elope. You're at the end of your rope, so just give up all hope. Swing your sinner. We'll stretch you like a giraffe, maybe what you would have. Just give us a laugh. Swing your sinner.
Terrifyingly good cartoon. Stick around, cause next up, it's our good friends from the Chad and Bunny show, telling us all about their trick-or-treating night.
Scared Silly, starring Ronald McDonald and the Chicken McNugget.
Ronald, nice to see you in this neck of the woods. Come on.
What are you making? We're stirring up secret sauces.
For dipping.
We're ready, boss.
Let's make sauce.
Oh, well, at least I got my hair done.
I have an idea.
Whoop-de-doo, McDonald's sauces.
You can always count on them to be terrific.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Oh, man, I tell you what, Bunny. We're going
There's
trick-or-treating.
so much candy tonight, I can't wait.
Put your mask on right.
It's
What's up
on
with
right.
you? It
Look
is-
at M&M's and Snicker bars. I'm gonna get
We're
all
gonna
kinds
get-
of things, man.
I know, man. This is great.
Skittles. So much candy I'm
Oh,
gonna get
hey,
tonight.
let's check this house out. Let's go up there, man. See if they got some good candy, right?
Let's go.
Okay. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Here you go. Oh, here's one for you.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Oh, man, that was a good candy.
Man, look at this.
I know, full-size
Full-size
candy bars.
That's
Oh
a
my
whole Snickers
gosh.
bar.
You know, Bunny. I
And
was
a big
thinking,
old Reese cup, the whole thing.
oh my God, you know what we need to do?
What's that?
We need to swap masks and come back to this house
Brilliant.
because he won't suspect
He
us,
won't
right?
know. Yeah.
Wait,
Go back
so
to
we could get more
full-size
candy
again.
bars. Yeah.
Well, that's a great idea.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
There's one for you.
Thank you.
Trick or treat.
Here's one for you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Haven't I seen you guys before?
No.
Not us.
No, this is our first visit.
You sure?
Positive.
Twin brothers.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Here's one for you.
Thank you.
And I didn't see you either.
No, not me.
Huh. Okay, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Trick or
Trick
treat.
or treat.
There's one for you.
Thank you.
Trick or treat.
Here's one for you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. There.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Here, give me your mask. I'll
You take
put the
mine.
mask on.
We're
gonna
get
clean
him
up.
again. They're keeping on
This
top
guy is
over and over.
clueless. He has no idea that it's
I don't
us.
know how this works, but it does.
Look how much candy we got. Snickers, Reese's. Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
I can hear you guys.
Bye. Hey, kid. Listen, kids. We're sorry, okay? Yeah, we were just trick-or-treating. You know, look, I know we took all the... Yeah, but look... No, kid, what's with the pitchfork? Oh, no. Listen, what's with the knife? Why are they getting close to me? Listen, Bunny, Bunny will give the candy back to you. Yeah, we're fine. Listen, Bunny? Bunny! Wait for me!
We have a lot more creepy stuff coming up. Stick around. Up next, you're gonna hear from Josh from Josh's Horror Corner and Cassandra from the HorrorCraft podcast. Stay tuned.
They went to Cancun. We went to your brothers in Poughkeepsie.
This Halloween, find monster game pieces in Pepsi products and Doritos brand tortilla chips. The right match can win you thousands of prizes, up to $1 million.
Your hair's in the sink. The bad ingredients.
Look for specially marked packages. It could change your life for good.
You never take out the garbage.
Play Pepsi Doritos Monster Match for monster money.
Frank!
What is up, Talkin Tapes? Josh's Horror Corner here, and I want to talk to you about Halloween, spooky shit, and tapes. Hold up, those are not the tapes he's talking about. What are you talking about? So, Talkin Tapes, it's more of like a nod in respect to visual multimedia, not what you're holding. Like VHSs? Yeah, like those. Who collects VHSs? It's 2024. Dude, you're holding a stack of cassette tapes. All right. Hold on a fucking second. What is up, Talkin Tapes? Josh's Horror Corner here, and I want to talk to you about books. We're going to talk about books, because everyone reads. Everyone fucking loves books. It's Halloween time. That means you want to be spookified. That means you want to be afraid of something, and here are 5 books to help you on that journey. Let's start it off strong at number 5 with, it's 2. We're going to count them as 1 because they're very short stories. By His Hand, Out of His Mind by William R. Perry, who you most likely met at Ohio Terror Con. These short stories tell the tale of a man who loses control of his mind, of his body. He cannot control anything happening, and it starts really fucking up his life. Number freaking 4, we have Fright Night, The Origin Tale by the legendary Tom Holland. Tom Holland takes us back and tells us all about how Fright Night started. You think you know the whole story, don't you? You don't. Charlie Brewster has a vampire living next door. Crazy shit happens. Look at this artwork. This is a beautiful copy right there. Fright Night Origins, number 4. Number 3, celebrating the T. West trilogy, we kick things off here with X, the novelization by Tim Wagner. When screams of ecstasy turn into cries for help. Getting old is scary as shit. You know what else is scary? Sex-crazed elderly people. Number 2. You know, over here at Josh's Horror Corner, we don't want you to read just for enjoyment. We want you to learn something. And that is why this book right here comes in second place. Sleepaway Camp, Making the Movie and Reigniting the Campfire by Jeff Hayes. Now, this is one of my favorite scary movies of all time. I wish I could erase my damn mind and watch it again for the first time just for that ending. What the fuck? And friends, if I can get an amen, hallelujah, coming in at number 1. It would be illegal for me to not include Stephen King in this list. But I wanted to pick things that were short, sweet, and easily digestible to get you through these Halloween seasons. That's why I picked this. Father's Day, The Lonesome Death of Jody Verrill. Crate, something to tide you over, and they're creeping up on you. This is one of my absolute favorite collections of stories, and I don't normally love comic books, but it does it for me. This works for me. Now read a book, watch a movie, do something spooky, and always check your candy.
Hello, horror fans. It's me, Cassandra from the HorrorCraft podcast, and I am here today to talk to you about 5 underrated gems for spooky season. So let's get into the list. Number 1 is The Scare House. If you are looking for a deadly revenge flick that quite possibly has one of the best endings in horror history, this film has got you. Number 2, The Final Girls. If you're looking for a funny horror comedy that quite literally takes one of the coolest concepts, which is getting plopped right into a horror movie and finding your way out of it, this film is perfect for you. Number 3 is Drive-Thru. Drive-Thru is a gnarly trip that basically plays with the idea of, if Ronald McDonald was a murderer, what would that look like? Number 4 is Hellfest. Hellfest is an absolute wild ride and completely takes on the idea of, what if there was a murderer in a haunted house environment, and just ends up with some really gnarly moments. And number 5 is Dark Ride. Dark Ride basically takes the idea of, what would happen if you visited an abandoned amusement park ride that just so happens to coincide with a gnarly murderous story. All of these movies are amazing and perfectly timed for spooky season. So let us know if you check any out, and have a wonderful, happy Halloween time, and stay spooky. Bye.
Stephen King, author of Carrie, said, "Evil Dead is the most ferociously original horror film of the year. If you think he's kidding, see for yourself." Evil Dead. They got up on the wrong side of the grave. Evil Dead from New Line Cinema.
Starts tomorrow at these theaters. Check newspaper.
And now we present Scary Tales.
Hey folks, Chad Owens here with another scary story. Okay, this one takes place in Parma, Ohio, when I was a kid. We lived there briefly, and I was hanging out with my pal Brian, and we were watching Big Chuck and Little John. We were having a sleepover. So the movie was over, the show was over, and we headed outside. Thought we would take our BB gun and shoot at the lamppost. So we're shooting up at this lamppost. We're hitting the pole, but not the lamp. So suffice to say, we're not going to hit it. Anyway, we look over into one of the adjacent yards, and we see this dog sitting there. And we're thinking to ourselves, hey, is that Dominic's dog? But it couldn't be Dominic's dog, because Dominic's dog had gotten killed the other day. So we're like, what the heck? So Brian decides, I'm going to shoot at it. So he picks up the BB gun, aims it at the dog, which is far away, so there's no chance of us hitting it. He goes, pop. All of a sudden, the dog's eyes blow up. They're like extremely bright. Then whatever this dog was doing, it mounted up and started chasing after us. Well, suffice to say, we're scared out of our wits. So Brian tosses the BB gun into the bushes. We are hightail it back to the family deck, fly up the stairs, get into the family room, close the door, close the curtains, and dive into our respective sleeping bags. I gotta tell you, we were freaked out. The next morning, we saw no indication that there was a dog there. So, was it a ghost? Was it the ghost of Dominic's dog? Who knows? Thanks for watching Chad's Scary Stories. Hey folks, Chad Owens here with another scary story. Now this one takes place when I was visiting my grandma on my mom's side. Bunny was at home doing something. So I'm over at my grandma's. I go to bed. It's late at night. It's about, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm fast asleep, right? all of a sudden, I wake up because I hear the closet door open. I rise up, look over, and I see what appears to be two figures completely dressed in white. It's almost like they're wearing white green screen suits, right? They walk out of the closet, walk out into the hallway, and then a few seconds later, they come back, look at me, and then they head right back into the closet. And then the door closes. And I'm like, what the heck did I just see? Oh, damn it. The hell was that? Oh my God, they're here now. Whoa. Okay, well, I was freaked out. I'm telling you what, I was completely freaked out. I was screaming for my grandma and my grandpa, and they came in and they looked into the closet and there was nothing there. So I don't know. Did I see shadow people? Was it, because they were, I mean, again, it was like completely all in white. So I don't know. Were they ghosts? Did I imagine it? I don't know. But I was scared. Suffice to say, the light was on when I went back to bed. So I don't know. What do you think? So thanks for watching another Chad's Scary Story.
Losing his monster power. So is Frankenstein. Quick, into the Monsterizer.
You can activate the Monsterizer, batteries not included, and imagine you're restoring monster power to Frankenstein. Figures sold separately. You crank him into the chamber. It closes automatically.
Activate the Monsterizer. I feel like a new monster.
The Monsterizer comes complete as shown. Frankenstein and Dracula figures are sold separately. New from Remco.
Pretty funny movie, huh?
What are you, a nut? This is scary.
Scary? This isn't scary. If you want horror, you gotta go with the classics. Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman.
Ooh.
Spooky, huh?
Oh, they're cool. I could send one to my mother.
You'd mail these? These are special editions. You're really starting to freak me out.
Special edition stamps now at the post office. Some stamps you just can't lick.
I hope he pulled out pencil and paper and took notes during those lists, so you're prepared for next spooky season. Next up, we have a double feature of Talking Tapes with Uncle Tiki, featuring Brewster. He's so cool as they talk about their favorite 90s Halloween episodes, the horror specials that inspired us, the horror specials that continue to entertain. Stay tuned, because after this, it's A Bucket of Blood by Roger Corman.
Tanner, he's been kind enough to let me come over and crash at his pad for a minute so we can talk about some scary sitcoms, as you know. Today will be Family Matters, Season 8, Episode 7, Stevel.
Oh, Stevel, yeah. This is it's a really fun one, and I have memories of this one as a kid for sure.
So a lot of the ones we do this week, or some of them, were kids shows, but the Halloween episodes were a little creepier than they really should have been for kids, which I'm not complaining about because of my warped mind, but maybe that's why my mind is warped. Topic for another show. But Stevel absolutely scared the shit out of me with those death scenes. And for those of you who don't know, Steve Urkel has a ventriloquist dummy. And take it from any other horror movie with puppets, what do you think happens? And the death scenes were funny, but there's just some really creepy elements to them. I mean, I think the one for me probably was Richie and his friend when he opens the closet and all of a sudden faces are on the posters.
Yeah, one of them's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it was the Michael Jordan poster, and it's like it looked like one of those cutouts you stick your head in, but obviously for the purpose of the story it wasn't. But it was really creepy.
The way that they also showed the doll on the show when it was like a far away, they would use a little person.
They did, yeah.
To walk around, but anytime it was the doll talking and it got close, it went back to an actual ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, and this was like Goosebumps level puppet creepy. What was his name? Slappy?
Yeah. So honestly, Trick or Treat Studios should put out a Steve-O doll. Cause I'd buy a little one. I'd buy a Steve-O doll like this big to put on the shelf.
I wouldn't, dude. I'd be afraid that thing was going to come to life in the middle of the night and kill me.
I have this weird fantasy, I guess, and I've tried to convince my wife for our last 2 Christmas to get me a Muppet of myself.
Okay, we're going down the rabbit hole in this one.
Oh, nothing sexual. I just want to I just think it'd be funny. Like someone says something really dumb to me, and I just reach over and pull out a Muppet version of myself. Don't move my lips as a ventriloquist at all, but make them look the puppet in the eye.
All right, well, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
This whole channel will change. It'll all be... it'll become a channel ran by a puppet.
But check it out. I think you can find it... where'd you send it to me through? On Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's another one. I think we mentioned another one, or we're going to, that I found on Facebook. Which is a really weird. I just Google searched the episode and it showed the full thing on Facebook. So I've just been sharing them to my Facebook page. I'll make sure we get those shared the day that we do these uploads on our Facebook, so you guys can watch the episode after you hear us talk about it. This is the easiest we've ever made it for anyone, and it's fucking sweet that it's just on Facebook. It's really weird.
If you've been tuning in all week, we appreciate it, and we're not done yet.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Who would win in a fist fight, Slappy or Steve-O? So I think Steve-O.
I'm going with Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O.
I'm going with Steve-O.
Beat Slappy's ass.
Yeah, Steve-O for sure. He had the more. He made all right. One spoiler: he was able to put Harriet's head on the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, I didn't. Slappy just talks shit.
Yeah, he's just
really good at talking shit. Welcome back. This week we're about to talk about my absolute favorite Halloween specials. One I hold very near and dear, close to my heart. We rewatch them multiple times every spooky season in my house. We're talking about the Roseanne Halloween special. Not all of them. They do one every season, but we're going to talk specifically about Season 2, Episode 7, which is arguably the best episode, Halloween episode of Roseanne.
Oh, I mean, there's one that has a really funny scene, of course, compared to, as we talked earlier, the where she dresses as a guy. But this one is definitely one of my favorites as well, because the Tunnel of Terror, Jackie's head on the table with vampire fangs, and Roseanne scaring the shit out of her boss, because she could not scare Dan throughout the entire episode.
No, yeah, and she tried.
She choking on the floor, and he just walked past her reading newspaper, right?
Yeah,
I hate you, Dad.
One of the best parts about that too is they carry the gag on of trying to scare each other in the family through the rest of the series. Every Halloween episode, there's at least one part where someone is scaring someone else in the family, because they put emphasis on it. It's such a big thing in the Connor household.
Yeah,
Halloween and scaring each other, because I'm not sure if it's in this one or a later episode, but Dan and Roseanne met and got together on a Halloween.
And that probably explains their whole marriage then.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is very near and dear to you. Why is this one of your favorites?
I grew up with a cigarette mom.
Fair enough.
And Roseanne was the most accurate description of having a cigarette mom on television in the 90s.
Gotcha.
My mom's a badass lady. I love my mom. She's still out here smoking her cigarettes, though.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always like this one. I still remember the intro when DJ opens the door. Welcome to the Tunnel of Terror. Please join us.
Yeah, they have the aunt. What's the aunt's name?
Jackie.
Aunt Jackie, and her head's in the platter.
Yep.
So when Roseanne's going back and forth and talking to Jackie, she keeps lifting the lid off the platter. And yeah, so the whole episode is based on Roseanne trying to scare Dan while their whole house is also turned into a haunted house for Halloween.
Yeah, and Dan's got the big fake X in his forehead, and he's got a splitting headache. Boom. But it all comes up to I won't spoil the ending of it, but Roseanne. Do you want to tell how Roseanne? No, I'm not going to say anything.
She finally scares him.
She scares Dan, and it's
in a really good way. She gets him good.
It's a real everyone joining in this. We'll say it's real everyone joining in the spirit of Halloween and pranking and just having good fun and stuff. You know, because the look on the guy's face when they find out what's going on, he just smiles. That actor crushed that part.
And you should watch all of the Roseanne Halloween specials because all of them are really funny, and they always switch up the costumes that they all wear, which is really good. There's one season where Dan is all of the Three Stooges.
I remember that one, yes.
In one costume, and he keeps doing like the skits where he's like poking the dummies in the eyes.
Yeah.
And, like, don't know why I oughta.
What about that one? Man, you're enlightening me on this one. I did remember.
I rewatch them every year.
Yeah, and then the Scrooged episode.
That's that episode.
Was it that episode?
Yeah, because they all go to the party without her.
Okay. And everyone hates her pumpkin cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, too.
So, that's this day's episode. Thank you for listening to us talk about Roseanne Barr.
See you tomorrow.
We love you, Roseanne Barr. And Tom Arnold. Brewster's a big Tom Arnold guy.
Am I? It's news to me, all right.
He'll say different things when I shut the camera.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There's a vacancy at the Bates Motel.
Norman, is that you?
No, it's Buzz McKenzie, and it could be you. Look for this display and enter Bud Light Psycho Sweepstakes to win a Bud Light party with Buzz McKenzie at the Psycho Mansion. You could even get a mug like Spud's at participating retailers. Wow!
That Spud's is so cool, it's scary.
Oh, Bunny, man, we are killing it tonight, aren't we?
Lots of good candy.
Candy after candy
I got
after...
a bucket full of candy.
I know, right? So do I. Oh, I heard about this house. We got to hit this house.
What?
This guy is giving out full-size candy.
Whole candy bars?
Yeah, full-size candy.
Let's go.
My God, let's go. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Candy's for you. Candy for you.
What the heck is this candy? Hey!
Wait a second.
Hey, buddy. Where's candy? You cheapskate. And they're empty, too.
We've made it to the movie. 1959's A Bucket of Blood. Written by Charles B. Griffith and directed by Roger Corman. It starred Dick Miller as the main protagonist. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Now I'm gonna make my voice sound normal. Let me cough this out.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone who helped out and collaborated with this video. This was a big project to endure and take on, and you all made it so much easier. You really brought spirit into this season, and I can't thank you guys enough. If you're watching, make sure you look these people up, subscribe. They're great, amazing content creators who put their heart and their soul into their work, and they really appreciate it when you like, you subscribe, you share their work, you share their art, and enjoy the movie. That's it for the Talkin Tapes Halloween special. We'll see you next year, or who knows, maybe for Christmas.
I'm Freddy Krueger, and you're invited to my special get-together. But beware, you may never leave. Dial this number now. I've got some grisly details for you. And if you're one of my lucky callers selected at random, you'll talk to me live while you're awake and safe. So dial this number now if you dare. Talk to me live. Freddy Krueger is waiting just for you.
$2 for the first minute, 35 cents each edition.
Something about that face.
Introducing Spooky Goop, horrifying monster makeup you make up at home. Spooky Goop's bubbling lizard lips, backbones, and toad toes create a ghoulish goo that makes a monster out of you.
Now that's a
face no mother could love.
Spooky Goop, spine-tingling makeup for Halloween or any unearthly occasion.
I will talk to you of art, for there is nothing else to talk about. For there is nothing else. Life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on the omnibus of art. Burn gas, buggies, and whip your sour cream of circumstance, and hope. And go ahead and sleep your bloody heads off. Creation is. All else is not. What is not creation is graham cracker. Let it all crumble to feed the creator. The artist is. All others are not. A canvas is a canvas, or a painting. A rock is a rock, or a statue. A sound is a sound, or is music. A creature is a creature, or an artist. Where are John, Joe, Jake, Jim, Jerk? Dead, dead, dead. They were not born. Before they were born, they were not born. Where are Leonardo, Rembrandt, Ludwig? Alive, alive, alive. They were born. Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil, to nourish the artist. Stretch their skins upon an easel to give him canvas. Crush their bones into a paste that he might mold them. Let them die. And by their miserable deaths become the clay within his hands, that he might form an ashtray or an ark. For all that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest are blind fish swimming in the cave of aloneness. Swim on, you maudlin, muddling, maddened fools, and dream that one bright and sunny night some artist will bait a hook and let you bite upon it. Bite hard and die. In his stomach, you are very close to immortality.
Walter, what are you doing here? I was looking at Carla's picture.
Do I pay you to look at pictures? Come on, get to work.
I was just looking.
There are empty cups all over the place. Clear them out.
You shouldn't be so rough on him, Leonard.
Hey, say, Walter.
Hi. There you go, Kurt.
Yes, man. How you making?
Fine, man. How about you? In and out.
Valdez, Vice.
Yeah, LaCroix checking in. Lou took over a couple of minutes ago.
Anything new at the door?
Well, nothing you can pound nails in. A couple of hustlers. One of them short, fat, brunette, named Skinny. The other one was short also. She was bleached and skinny.
Name of Fat.
Probably. I didn't get it. They didn't give any pictures, though. Guess you can keep an eye on them.
Okay. Any heads?
Well, Jerry Sachs looked like he was straight. I'm sure he's on it anyway. Didn't see any pushers around the place. Lou said he'd check out on Jerry. He'll sound him out later if he gets any higher. I guess that's about it.
Okay, Art. Go on home and get a good night's sleep, you think.
Okay, so long.
Everyone listened to my new poem, but do you think they really heard it?
I heard it, Mr. Brock.
Thank you, Walter. I'm sure you did.
Bring on the multitude with a multitude of fishes. Feed them to the fishes for liver oil to nourish the artist.
That was word for word.
Is it? I've forgotten.
You mean you don't remember your own poem?
I refuse to say anything twice. Repetition is death.
I don't get it.
When you repeat something, you are reliving a moment, wasting it, severing it from the other end of your life. I believe only in new impressions, new stimuli, new life.
I thought you believed that life is an obscure hobo bumming a ride on a...
I do believe that, Walter, but I also believe creative living. To be uncreative, you might as well be in your grave. Or in the army.
They tried to draft me once. I couldn't pass the test.
Walter, Leonard's looking at you.
He's just about gone.
Walter has a clear mind. One day something will enter it, feel lonely, and leave again.
That's too much.
Yes, cats, yes. If you want to know how beatniks live, William and me will show you. We'll introduce you to some wild ones. You may even discover an artist of your own.
And how much is that going to cost us?
What cost? A couple of bucks. You want to meet some beatniks, don't you?
Oh, no, it's the artist. I'm just crazy about artists.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist. The rest are just blind fish swimming in a cave of aloneness.
Oh, you must be an artist. And working as a busboy, too.
Feed him that he will be satisfied. The artist is. All others are not.
That's most intriguing. Are you a painter?
Well, no, I work... I'm working on something that's not ready yet.
What is it, man? Finger painting? Draw me a picture of a house, Walter. Make some smoke coming out of the chimney.
Well, I am working on something. I'll show you soon.
Walter?
Is he...
You get a good look, kid? Come on home. Hello, Mrs. Swicker.
Oh, Walter, you look awful pale. What'd you have to eat tonight?
I had a salami sandwich, Mrs. Swicker.
Oh, if you were my son, why don't you let me fix you a nice bowl of soup? Won't take but a minute.
Oh, it's okay. I can fix myself something. Besides, I got something important to do.
Say, Walter, did you see anything of Frankie tonight when you went out?
I didn't see him at all.
Well, if you do, tell him I got a nice, fresh piece of halibut for him.
Tell him that? I mean, do you think he'll understand? He's only a cat.
Good night, Walter.
Frankie? Canvas is a canvas or a painting. A rock is a rock or a statue. A sound is a sound or it's music. Come on, be a nose. Be a nose. Frankie, shut up! Oh, what's the matter, Frankie? How'd you get yourself stuck in a wall? Wait a minute, I'll get you out. Frankie? Frankie? You all right, Frankie? Oh, Frankie, I'm sorry. Poor Mrs. Swickard. She had a nice fresh piece of halibut for you. I'll give you to her in the morning. Repetition is death, Frankie.
Let them die, and by their miserable deaths become the clay within his hands, that he might form an ashtray or an ark. Pray that you might be his diadem, gold, glory, paint, clay, that he might take you in his magic hands and wring from your marrow wonders.
We're a John, Joe, Jim jerk. Dead, dead, dead. Hi, Carla.
Walter, what are you doing here so early?
Well, I brought something. I think you'll like it.
Take that stuff to the laundromat, Walter.
Huh?
Don't mind him. What have you got?
It's a thing I made.
Walter.
You like it?
What's he got?
Oh, come look at this, Leonard.
Where'd you get that, auction?
I made it.
You made that?
I said I did, didn't I?
Very good.
Honest?
Honest.
What's it called?
Dead cat?
Dead cat? That's its name?
Sure.
Well, it sure looks dead enough.
You want to buy it?
Buy it? That thing? Scare people out of the place.
Don't be silly. It's tremendous. Look at the detail. The anatomy's perfect. Look at the expression on its face.
How come you put a knife into it?
I didn't mean to.
Just got carried away, huh? Well, all right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it in the corner of the alcove. If it sells, we'll split 50-50, okay?
Sure. Does this mean I'm an artist?
Maybe so. You can do other things as well.
All that is comes through the eye of the artist.
Yeah, you're a real artist now. I go in back and scrub down those garbage cans. March now.
You really like it?
We like it. Now go on.
Did you see my cat?
What's the matter? You losing?
How do you like my cat? You make this thing, man?
Uh-huh. It's crazy. Crazy.
You want to buy it?
For me, man?
I'm tapped. He likes my cat.
Get to work.
Hey, Walter, come here a minute. Hey, congratulations, man.
Walter, you're famous.
I saw your cat.
Did you like it, Mr. Brock?
You may call me Maxwell.
Now, how'd you do it, Walter?
Oh, I just took some clay and fixed it up.
Attention. Attention, everyone. As you pass through these yellow portals, I am sure you noticed on your right a small clay figure, and assumed this transfixed effigy to be the work of a master sculptor. And indeed, so it is. That master sculptor is in our midst. He is none other than Walter Paisley, our very own busboy, whose hands of genius have been carrying away the empty cups of your frustrations. Mark well this lad. His is the silent voice of creation. Within the dark, rich soil of humility, he blossoms as the hope of our nearly sterile century.
Beautiful, Maxwell.
Bring me an espresso, Walter.
Hey, Maxwell, really beautiful.
Thank you.
Man, you are in.
Oh, Walter, it was wonderful.
Yes, the cat's cut. Yes. This is my man. Took her everything. Yes, yes. Listen, man, you got a pen? Huh? This is my man.
Hey, Pops, what's happening?
Making a big scene for Walter.
Who'd he shoot?
He made a cat. Out of clay.
See you around.
Yeah, later.
Will somebody clear this table, please?
This is my man.
Will somebody clear this table?
Did you hear them, Mr. DeSantis? They all like my cat.
Yeah, very good. Now, look, Walter, you must be tired. Why don't you take the rest of the night off? Huh?
I don't...
No, you got it coming. Besides, you're creating an incident. When people are applauding, they don't order coffee. So go on home and work on something. Make another cat.
Well, I haven't got another cat.
Well, just go to the movies. Please, Walter, go.
All right, Mr. DeSantis. Good night.
Good night, Walter.
Walter? Walter, wait a minute.
Oh, hello, Leah.
Walter, I dug it.
My cat?
It was the most wonderful, wildest, like, wittiest thing I've ever seen. Walter, you've done something to me. Something deep down inside of my prana.
I have?
Oh, Walter, I want to be with you. You're creative. You've got a hot light bulb glowing inside of you, and I want to be warmed by it.
Gee, that's nice of you, Naolia.
Walter, take me away from here. Take me away to some cool blue place and gas me.
I can't. I gotta go home.
Oh, then I'll go home with you.
Oh, no, Mrs. Swickard wouldn't like that. She's my landlady.
Isn't there anything I can do for you?
I don't think so, Naolia.
Walter, I can't let you just split like this. I've got to do something. I've got to contribute.
You don't have to do anything.
Wait. Wait, there is one thing I can do. One little thing. Don't leave, Walter. I want to give you something. Something that'll make you remember me. Put it in your pocket. Now go, Walter. Don't look back. Just go.
Can I have your autograph, Mr. Paisley? Why, certainly, my good woman. Everybody likes my cat. You want to buy my statue, mister? $10,000? Okay. Gee, I'll be famous. And then I can ask Carla, and she'll say yes. I know she will.
Hello, Walter.
Oh, hi. You're Lou, ain't you? I seen you down the yellow door plenty. Come on in. I was just making some pancakes. You can have some if you like. Did you see my cat?
Yeah, I saw your cat. I also saw that chick lay these on you.
Oh, that was Naolia. She's a nice girl. She's kind of strange, though. I guess she figures I get headaches or something.
Okay, Walter, who's your connection?
Connection?
Yeah, connection. Who do you score from? Where do you buy your horse?
Horse?
Horse, junk, white stuff, heroin.
Is that what that is? I never seen any of that before. I always thought that was expensive.
Yeah, Walter, that can be real expensive.
Gee. Well, wasn't that nice of Naolia to give me that expensive horse?
Walter.
Huh?
Police officer.
Oh, you're like an undercover man.
You're under arrest, Walter.
Under arrest for what?
Possession of narcotics.
Who, me? What are you talking about?
Walter, I got you cold. Now you just come along quietly.
I didn't do nothing. And Naolia give me those. I didn't ask her for it. I didn't even know what was in there.
All right, you can tell him that downtown. Now, let's go.
I ain't going no place with you.
Walter, do I have to point this at you?
You're gonna shoot me. No, don't shoot me.
Walter, just relax.
No, you're gonna shoot me.
Now, just relax.
No, don't shoot me.
Just shut up, Walter.
No, you're gonna shoot me. Don't shoot.
Walter! Are you all right? I thought I heard you shouting a minute ago. Walter! What's all the noise in here?
Noise, Mrs. Swickard? What noise?
Don't tell me I didn't hear a racket. Are you sure you're all alone?
I'm always alone, Mrs. Swickard.
Walter, have you been talking to yourself again?
Well, I guess maybe I have, Mrs. Swickard. Somebody's got to.
Walter, you know, what you need is a girl. But she doesn't have to be pretty, just so long as she takes good care of you.
Well, I can take real good care of myself, Mrs. Swickett.
Yeah, I can see that. Look at this pad. It's terrible. When did you ever clean it up? And when did you change these sheets last? They look like they're alive.
Mrs. Swickett, I gotta meet some friends in a little while, and I gotta take a shower.
Well, why don't you clean up
if you don't
this
mind.
stuff?
Oh, please,
What's the
Mrs.
matter?
Swickett. To hurt you, Lou. But if you'd have shot me, you'd be mopping up my blood now. I can't help it if I got scared and hit you. I didn't mean it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't know you had it in you, Walter. How'd you do it? Well, I just took some clay and fixed it up. Go home and make something, Walter. Make another cat. But I haven't got another cat.
Well, I reported in here around midnight. Lou had already been gone over an hour. No, nobody seems to know where he went. Why don't you put an alert out on him, and I'll check on him from here. Okay, right.
Little fraud.
Louis Raby, age 29, 5 foot 11 inches tall, dark complexion, hair black and curly. Last seen wearing blue jeans and gray sweater.
Tim Evans was a murderer, all in his prison cell. And those who read about his crimes, they damned his soul to hell, saying, "Go down, you murderer, go down." For the murder of his own true wife and the killing of his own child, the jury found him guilty, and the hanging judge, he smiled.
And dig the fuzz. What do you suppose they wanted? You, man, you.
Hey, maybe they're looking for old Walter. He's a criminal type.
Ain't you, Walter?
Sorry, Mr. DeSantis.
Oh, that's all right, Walter. Sit down.
Me?
Sit down.
Greetings, man.
I'm not supposed to sit with the customers.
Wait.
Now, why shouldn't you sit at the table, Walter? After all, you're a big artist now. A true creator above mere mortals.
What's the big idea?
Idea? I was just telling Walter the truth. Man wanted to pay me $100 for the cat. In fact, he's taking it home to show it to his wife. Proves that I underestimated Walter's ability. His work has enormous realism. You can hardly tell it from the real thing.
Well, that sounds like a real put-down.
Get off Walter's back, Leonard.
Am I on his back?
You're not very funny.
I'm not trying to be. Walter, What are you going to make next? A dog, maybe. Or a bird. How about a few dozen cockroaches from your room?
Hey, man, why don't you make an elephant?
I got a new one.
Great. What is it?
It's a full-length, life-size figure.
Crazy. What is it called?
Murdered man.
When do we get to see it?
Oh, anytime.
Hey, that's a pretty far-out name for a statue. I saw a statue once. It was called The Third Time Phyllis Saw Me, She Exploded.
Well, what kind of a statue was that?
I don't know. It was made out of driftwood and dipped in fluoric acid. Very wild.
What's wrong, Leonard?
Nothing at all.
It's the food in this dump. Oh, man, you should try the Sorrel sewer. They got wheat germ bagels. Too much.
Excuse me, please.
I think he really is sick.
So who isn't?
Sanders, I've been trying to get to you all evening.
Gotta make a call. Gotta call Lieutenant Valdez.
Listen, I was wrong about my wife. She wants that cat after all. Do you hear me? I'll give you that $100 for the cat.
I can't talk to you just now.
All right, then, $200.
No. No.
$300, and that's tops.
$300 for the cat?
I know I'm going out of my mind, but I've been collecting art pieces all over Europe for years. And this boy, Walter Paisley, has got it. I want to buy his first work, and to make very sure that I get it, I'll pay you $500. $500 for the cat, and a first look at his next stuff.
Someone has the cat just now, but I'll have him back in a few days. And you can have it for the $500.
Oh, thank you, sir. I think I've made a bargain. Call me when you're ready. Good night.
Leonard! You feel better? Listen, I'm going over to Walter's later after the place closes to see Murdered Man. You feel up to coming along?
The rope was fixed around his neck and a washer behind his ear. And the prison bell was tolling, but Tim Evans didn't hear. Saying, go down, you murderer, go down.
Look at the size of it.
Well, it's not really that big. I got it on kind of a stand.
Well, let's see it.
I'm a little nervous. I never did a person before.
You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
It's hot in here.
You want me to open a window?
Oh, come on, Walter. Take off the sheet.
Don't you like it?
Walter, it's a masterpiece. I've never seen anything like it before. And I hope I never see anything like it again.
Neither do I.
It's hideous, and it's eloquent. It expresses modern man and all his self-pity. How did you ever find that in yourself, Walter?
Well, it wasn't easy.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I've never seen anyone so squeamish. What's your opinion, Leonard?
Don't ask me.
Oh, come on. Now, even you must see its value. Do you think that you or I could have conceived of such a thing, much less executed it? Well, then admit it. It's a work of genius.
I admit it.
Then let's take it down to the yellow door.
No.
Why not?
I'll tell you. But you cover it up again, please, huh? Please. Thank you.
What is all this nonsense? Why do you want to hide it?
Well, I've been thinking. I didn't realize how much talent Walter actually had. It would be wrong to show his pieces one at a time. Dead wrong.
You're right. He should build a collection first.
Yes. That's the idea. Maybe when it's big enough, we can have a show.
A show?
Yeah.
Just for me?
No, well, not exactly. I mean, you take years and years. It's getting hot again. Well, it would take you years to make that many statues, but your work would be featured.
It's a wonderful idea, Walter. It's the only way to gain recognition. All the big art critics and art dealers will be there. It'll be an event.
Yes, then we can unload. We can sell this stuff for a lot more.
But a show, how soon can we go?
Well, don't rush things. It takes time. But first of all, you've got to stop making these horrible statues. Carla and I will guide you. Maybe you can turn to freeform.
Freeform?
Well, that's the movement today.
With his talent for realism?
But you can see the direction his realism takes. It's unhealthy.
But you said I was a genius. I don't want to be a busboy anymore.
Yes, maybe you got a point there. You shouldn't keep working at the Yellow Door. Look, I'm sure that man is going to buy your dead cat. So here's your fee in advance. $50. And if you need more, I've got it, so don't worry. I've got great faith in you, Walter.
Gee, $50 for something I made.
Now you're a professional.
Let's go.
Okay. Good night, Walter. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, but don't rush things. You got all the time in the world. Come on, Carla.
Good night.
Did you holler, Walter?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Swickett.
Oh, sure you are, Walter.
I am. Look. Good heavens.
Я цыган, сын гори полей, помню я безумный ночей. Песни, пляски, дивный звон гитар и любви пленительный угар. Лишь только хор цыганок запоет.
One of the greatest advances in modern poetry is the elimination of clarity. I am proud to say my poetry is only understood by that minority which is aware.
Aware of what?
Why, not of anything, stupid, just aware.
Man, this place is beginning to feel like a lineup.
Yeah, baby. If it don't cool out pretty soon, I'm gonna haunt somebody else's joint.
We may have to start drinking.
Отзвучали песенки цыган, давно закрыть любимый ресторан.
Yes, man, yeah. Yeah. That's my man, yeah. Yes, man, yes.
Good evening, Walter.
Good evening, Paula. Sylvia, didn't you see me wave my Zen stick?
Oh, it's Walter Paisley.
Bring me a cappuccino and a piece of papaya cheesecake. And a bottle of Yugoslavian white wine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paisley.
Good evening, Walter.
Maxwell, how have you been?
I see the rewards of achievement have come your way.
Well, after all, I'm a successful sculptor now.
Indeed.
Hey, man, dig Walter the Wigger.
It's coming out like you just cured cancer.
Let us make the scene.
Crazy. I was just suggesting to Walter that he try his hand at freeform.
Why do you suggest anything to Walter? Are you the spokesman for society come to put your stifling finger in his eye?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, now who invited these two down from the clouds?
Maxwell, yoo-hoo.
Through the table, bring a bowl. I may be sick.
It's Alice the Awful, comes to spread cheer and color.
Look at my suntan, everybody.
Do we have to?
Where have you been, Alice?
I went up to Big Sur to look for Henry Miller.
You didn't find him, I hope.
No, he's in Europe.
Good.
Why is the busboy sitting here?
I'm not the busboy anymore.
That's right. Walter has become a sculptor.
Oh, really? I'm a model, you know. I only charge $25 an hour. Would you like to do me?
I just might.
Never mind that. Walter's gonna try freeform.
There you go again. I may take my business to the Sorrel Sewer.
As a matter of fact, I was going to suggest to Walter that he try a female figure. As a change from the violent death theme. He really should, Walter. You know what? If you like, I'll be your model for free.
I couldn't. Not you.
Man, if you're gonna be an artist, you've got to do nudes.
Right. Ain't nobody an artist unless he does nudes.
nude.
Will you get them out of here before we wind up in night court?
Oh, let's change the subject. I'm sick of hearing about sculpture. Nobody knows how to do that anymore, much less the busboy from the Yellow Door.
Who do you think you're talking about?
Don't shout at me.
I don't like you.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Walter. You're just a simple little farm boy, and the rest of us are all sophisticated beatniks.
Let's split.
Yeah, man. I gotta make me some air. See, you made them leave.
What did I do?
The first beneficial service of your benighted life. It proves we're all good for something.
Are you saying that this busboy is better than I?
Yes.
I think this whole bit about him being a sculptor is just a big put-on for my benefit.
That's not true. I am a sculptor.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Make something out of this.
There. Hand.
That isn't a real hand. If you were a sculptor, you'd create something for me.
A harpoon would be very nice.
I'm going home.
Alice? You're obnoxious.
But he's such an idiot. What are you doing here?
I wanted to apologize for being nasty to you this evening.
So you're apologized. Good night. Listen, Twerp, why don't you get out of here and let me go to bed?
I didn't finish talking to you. I decided to make that female figure after all.
Oh?
I'd like you to pose for it.
Remember what I said about my price?
$25 an hour.
If you want to pay it, I don't mind posing. When do you want to start work?
Tonight?
You mean right now?
Uh-huh.
Wait till I get my sweater. Could use a little more heat around this place.
It's bad for the clay. You'll get used to it.
Well, I'm almost ready.
Here. Sit in this chair and I'll pose you.
Rickety. How's this pose?
Well, that's fine. It's very good. Just stay like that.
That doesn't look like very much clay.
Oh, it's enough. Put this around your neck.
Watch it, the plate's hot.
Are these fertile eggs?
Are these eggs fertile? Naturally.
What did you fry them in?
We ran out of the safflower seed oil, but I found a bottle of peanut oil on the shelf. Don't worry, it's not hydrogenated.
Is that the cold-pressed stuff or the junk Hilda bought by mistake?
Yes, man, yes. Hi.
Good morning, Walter.
Hi, Walter. What brings you here?
Have some breakfast, man.
What are you having?
Soy and wheat germ pancakes, organic guava nectar, calcium lactate and tomato juice, and garbanzo omelets sprinkled with smoked yeast. Join us?
No, thanks. Sounds great, though. I brought something to show you. Could I have some of the guys help me?
Is it Murdered Man?
It's better.
Come on.
Porters. Put it in the middle of the room.
When did you do this, Walter?
Last night. It doesn't take me very long.
I should say not.
Well, let's see it, man.
Walter, I can't believe it.
I'm honored to know this man.
Do you think it's nice?
Hey, she's beautiful.
Do you think it's nicer than Murdered Man?
Oh, I don't know, Walter. It's impossible to choose. They're both great.
Walter, I'm deeply moved. To show my appreciation, I'm going to give a party tonight at the Yellow Door, in your honor. And I shall compose a poem.
Some more champagne, Your Majesty?
Here.
Where?
There. That's fine. Man, let's have another little kiss.
Walter, you're a wretch.
Yeah?
Here I go! Here we go! All right. Walter. The bird that flies now pays later through the nose of ambidextrous apathy. Necrophiles may dance upon the placemats in an orgy of togetherness. The highway of life cuts sharply through the shady ghettos and the ivy-covered tombs, and laughter rings from every time capsule in the star-spangled firmament. And in the deep freeze, it is the children's hour, and no one knows that Duncan is murdered. And no one knows that Walter Paisley is born. Duncan knows. Tuesday Sunrise knows. Alley cats and garbage cans and steaming pavements and you and I and the nude descending the staircase and all such things with souls, we know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gongs, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes, the cats and cans and you and I and all such things with souls. We shall hear Walter Paisley is born, and the souls become flesh. Walter Paisley is born.
Marvelous, darling, marvelous.
Man, like that was the greatest gas I ever heard.
Crazy, what did he say?
Didn't you hear him?
No, man, I'm too far out.
Maxwell, that was magnificent.
I feel so elegant.
Walter deserved every word of it.
It makes me so glad I'm aware.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, Walter.
All about me. It's true, isn't it?
Every word.
You better hold off on the bubbly, artist.
Yeah, why?
You might talk too much.
What would I say?
Most anything, I expect.
Are you two trying to ignore the rest of us?
Oh, not me, Maxwell. I wouldn't ignore you. I know what it is to be ignored.
Tell us what you're going to do next, Walter.
I'm gonna make the most wonderful, wildest, wickedest things you've ever seen. I'm gonna make big statues and little statues, tall statues and short statues. I'm gonna make statues of nobodies and statues of famous people, statues of actors and poets and people who sell things on television, and a statue of the mayor and some opera singers and their intimate friends. And everybody will say, Walter, let me shake your hand. It's been a real pleasure to have known you. Alley cats and garbage cans, they know that Walter Paisley is born. Ring rubber bells, beat cotton gongs, strike silken cymbals, play leathern flutes. Tell us what you're gonna do next, Walter. I'm gonna make big statues, little statues, movie stars and poets, and guys who sell things on television. And the mayor and some opera singers. That's what you're gonna do next, Walter. What am I gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? I gotta do something before they forget. I know what it's like to be ignored.
Who are you? What do you want?
Life is an obscure hobo, bumming a ride on the omnibus of art.
Huh? What'd you say?
What is not creation is graham crackers. Let them all crumble to feed the creator.
Oh, beat it. You must be nuts.
Hello, Leonard. Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Was. What's that you got in the box?
Just wait till you see this.
Horrible murder in furniture factory. Read about the man who got cut in half. Extra, extra. Police can only find part of it.
Leonard. What's the matter, Leonard?
You made a bust.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? What's the matter, Leonard?
Put it down, Walter, please. Walter, listen to me carefully. I don't want you to make any more statues. Do you understand? No more statues.
Why not? I gotta make statues, Leonard. You heard Brock. They want me to make them. If I stop making them, I'll just be a busboy again.
Brock, he's behind all of this with his stupid, bitter poetry. Listen, you've got to stop and right away. I'm beginning to feel responsible.
Why? What did you do?
Never mind. Walter, I've decided to have that show for you right away. It's when Carla comes, we'll have her work up some nice invitations. We'll have them printed up. We'll invite the critics and the art collectors. We'll tell them.
Well, I don't see why we can't go.
Mr. Leonard DeSantis is afraid to have you come. You who buy his coffee that lure his tourists. You are the heart and soul and meat of the Yellow Door. He slighted you.
Did you get an invitation?
I did not, but I'm going anyway. Not to drink his champagne, but to see Walter's triumph. After that, we go no more.
Hi, Maxwell.
I won't say good luck, Walter.
Why not?
It would imply you could not succeed on your ability alone.
You look so handsome.
I do. So do you. I mean, you look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Are you ready?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
I know, but I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, we can go now if you like. Bye.
Later, man, later.
Swing.
Man, why do you suppose Walter wants to get her alone?
Do you suppose he could be physically attracted to her?
No, man, he ain't the type. He don't get enough vitamin E.
Maxwell gave him a bottle of wheat germ oil once. Maybe he just started taking it.
What did you want to talk to me about, Walter?
Well, what kind of people do you like, Carla?
Oh, thinking people. Artistic people, I guess.
You think I'm artistic?
Of course I do.
That means you like me.
I like you very much, Walter.
I thought you did on account of how you kissed me the other night.
Oh, that was for your sculpture of the girl, your nude in the chair.
Carla, I've been alone for a long time, and I know you've been alone, because you never seem to go out with anybody, even though Leonard's always asking you to go out with him, and I just...
What are you trying to say?
Carla, I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married. To you.
How long have you been thinking about this, Walter?
Oh, for a long time. Ever since you first came to work at the club. You were the only one who was ever nice to me. I didn't know you loved me until you kissed me.
Walter, I do like you. And I did kiss you. But that was because of your work. There's more to being in love with someone than just that.
You mean you don't love me?
I'm afraid that's what I mean.
But you gotta love me. Why do you think I made that statue of Alice?
Walter, I'm sorry, but
You just can't be sorry. I want to marry you.
Now, calm down, Walter, and let's go in there and then maybe when the show's over, we can talk about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. I get it. I see the whole thing now. Nobody knows that Walter Paisley is born. Carla, will you do one favor for me?
Just about anything, Walter.
Would you let me make a statue of you?
Would you really like to? That'd make me very happy.
Okay. Tonight. I'll make a statue of you tonight. Okay?
Come on.
No, thanks.
This could bring about a return to realism.
Yes, a one-man return. We have many artists about, but no craftsmen. This man knows his anatomy.
I'd give $1,500 for this.
After you read my review, it'll probably cost you $5,000.
So what's the trouble? Why should you be so depressed? Have you heard the things they're saying? You can make $25,000 on these pieces alone.
I thought you put money down.
I do, but $25,000?
Leave me alone.
Out! Man, we have come to make this scene.
Want some cappuccino, man? We got the bread.
We're not open for business. This is an art exhibit. No bums. Get out.
That art is a bum, man.
And he's sober.
Yeah, well, that's his problem. All right, man, all right. We'll wait outside.
Yeah, you wait outside.
Carla? What's the matter?
Walter, there's a body inside that statue.
Oh,
Oh, that's Alice. It's all right, Carla. Maxwell says it's all right. Let them become clay in his hands that he might mold them.
Walter, you stay away from me.
Don't you see, Carla? I made them immortal. Don't you see? I can do the same for you.
Have him set some cards. I'm going up the basement.
I'm going with you.
Hey, man, what is the score?
Walter Paisley's a murderer.
Ah, man, I saw him chasing Carla down the street.
What was that? Nobody knows I'm here.
Walter.
No. They couldn't know. They're dead. How could they know?
Did you see him?
He's hiding around here someplace.
He can't hide just because we're in clay and he isn't.
Walter, go home.
He won't know where else to go.
Walter, go home.
Where is he?
We'll have him soon, Lou.
We'll teach him he can't murder us and get away with it, won't we?
Walter. Walter. What you gonna do now, Walter?
I'll hide where they'll never find me.
he's gone crazy.
Paisley! Paisley, open up! Paisley!
I suppose he would have called it Hanging Man. His greatest work.